Hello. Oh, I'm actually at Pleasure Beach at the moment. No, I haven't been able to source any vegan foods. A couple things. That's tonight, isn't it? I wouldn't miss it for the world. Give me 2 secs. Excuse me, have you got the time? Yeah, it's 5:59. Oh, 7 o'clock. After it. I just had to.
Will you look back when you're old and grey and think those dumb kids had a lot to say when we were trying to make this night one you'd remember? I don't care if my wheels don't turn, I don't care if my pipe don't burn, as long as I am flowing through your veins after I'm gone away.
It's Thursday night, and you know what that means.
I just want to say, before we bring our guest on, we've got a lot of new people in the chat tonight, so I appreciate that. And I will be flicking back to the comments later on. Park Pulse here from Ohio. He's a Cincinnati Reds fan, so sometimes we get on, sometimes we don't, but he does a lot of great content as well. So we get on, just not about the baseball. But before I do anything else, let's invite a guest on. It's Ollie from Coasters with Mwah. How you doing, Ollie?
Yay! Hello. I just made it. I've just taken the poncho off. I ran down the M5. I'm here. I'm ready.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
How are you guys?
Yeah, good. Yeah. What I'll do first, I do this with most people I've got on if they're from like YouTube. I've got some highlights of some of your trips because even I think your style is really good, but I'm surprised by how new the channel is. It seems like the way you come out on camera is like you've been doing it. I don't know if you had another channel before.
You look natural when you do it.
Thank you.
Like you just.
But it's about a minute and a half long.
Flows.
And I'll just play this video and then we can get chatting some more.
Yeah.
So this is some highlights from some of your videos.
I'm so excited. I just walked through the gates and I can see it going over now. So I've just come off a fly, as you can see in the background there. Absolutely amazing.
Not good. That was beautiful. That was the first ride ever.
Not Storm Chaser, by the way. That was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
The Cyclonator. Yeah, absolutely horrendous. Oh! I can't believe how tall it is. New cred +1. Helix, 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 helix. Gentlemen, start your engines. It may the best woman win.
I'm not going to do the twirl, all right? I might do the spin.
Probably the most expensive coffee I've ever bought in my entire life.
Can I just ask before we talk about anything else, just because I saw that video of Bolton's Park again.
I love the catwalk.
Yeah.
You said Harry's feeling a bit ill at the moment, so come on. Is he still ill from the cyclone?
I can confirm he is not, but that would be funny. It was, honestly, we had to take seasickness tablets after that ride. It was really, really sickening.
Is it not?
Yeah.
I've not been to Bolton's in a long time. Is it not the same as Maelstrom, which
It's
just for everyone at home is the best
not.
flat ride in the UK?
Because I think Maelstrom is an Intamin, and I think the one at Portons Park, I think it's either an SPF or a Zamperla, and it gets up really slowly. Whereas the one at Drayton Manor is like very fast. I don't know.
Is that why it made you feel sick?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think if it just got up there straight away, it'd be fine. But
So I'm going to get straight into the photographs.
I was going to say, if guys have got questions for our
Yeah, we're
special
gonna keep
guest, that's
flicking
the
back.
way, by the way, because I'm going to keep flicking back. I'm kind of looking down at the comments on my phone because they seem to get up quicker than on the computer that we've got here. So just hi to everyone that's in the chat. It's amazing to see so many people, and hope you've had a good week so far as well.
Hello, everyone.
It's awesome, honestly. Like, I can't. This is what I love about this community, to be honest. But
we'll be flicking
Toasting
back
with
to
the Joneses said that he really likes your shirts, by the way, Ollie.
Oh, thank you. I got
tell
like
you-
proper Hawaiian today. I got the
I'll
cocktails
tell you
on
what,
and
for
everything.
everyone at home,
Yeah, you got good taste.
for everyone at home, before we talk about these photographs, shall we get into Attractions Ultimatum Hawaiian Shirt Edition?
Oh my gosh.
'Cause I
Yeah.
know you wear a lot of Hawaiian shirts, and I've started wearing them since I've met Andy from Coast with the Joneses, because he wears them, and I'm like, actually, they're quite decent to wear in the summer. So,
Yeah.
but what I've got is I've got a kind of bracket. So what I'll do is I'm going to ask you which one you think's better out of. I'm going to show you 2 shirts, and then later on we'll flick back to the semi-finals, and then by the end of the show we'll find out what Ollie says is the best Hawaiian shirt out of the 8 I've got here. What do you say, Ollie? Do you think?
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
So quarterfinal 1. People can comment in the chat. We've got an ice cream one there, or we've got Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark, which I know Coast with the Joneses will say, oh, not Temple of Doom, because I always tell them Temple of Doom is the best film.
We have a bit of banter about it.
We have a lot of banter about it.
So I'd probably go for the one with the ice creams on it. I love.
Yeah.
It does look good, yeah. So the ice creams. Now I've got Godzilla or AC/DC. Which one looks better out of those? People in the comments, if you want to tell me if you've made the wrong decisions or not.
A lot of people have put Cornetto 1 is incredible.
I didn't look. We'll look later on, but I didn't know if it had the prices on as well. If it was literally just pasted from an ice cream van.
MA Travels, good to see you as well. AC/DC is mint. He's put.
I think for this one, I'd have to go for the Godzilla one, if I'm honest.
Ooh,
Yeah,
see,
I
I'm
love
torn
it.
between the 2 on that one.
Well, I don't know if people are going to go for a certain one this next quarterfinal of the bracket, because there's a film out recently, but we've got Barbie or we've got Bacardi.
I'm kind of torn because my favorite drink of all time is a pina colada, which is like.
I thought you were going to say Bacardi Breezer and then say that it's not around anymore.
I've had one of those before, though. It's very, very nice, easy to drink easily. I'd probably go for the Barbie one though.
Yeah,
it's very cool. It's very modern.
And the last quarterfinal for now, we got Bluey, or we've got this cool Stormtrooper one.
Roller Coasters are us have just gone and put, please let there be a WWE one.
Not this time, no. I could have got one with the Brahma Bull on or something like that, but no.
I think I quite like the Star Wars one. I'm not like a huge Star Wars person, but I just love the way it's been like redone to make it a lot more colourful, and it just pops a lot more, I think.
I like the way if anyone's just tuned in, they're going to be wondering what the hell's going on.
A lot of people have torn between the AC/DC and the Godzilla one as well. There's been a lot of you commenting, and
he went with Godzilla,
kind
so
of half and
what's
half
done is
that
done.
one from earlier.
But we'll cut back to the semi-finals later on.
Yeah.
And for anyone who's watched this show or my game show Rollercoaster Rivals, the quiz tonight is Initial Ride, which some people like that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought that back for the game later on. But let's talk about Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think its reputation's changed in the last few years, because it used to just, well, it is a seaside attraction, but I think it's getting a lot more respect than it since it got Icon.
Yeah, so it was my first ever time. We got back yesterday, and I was just going in expecting to ride some classic coasters. Like, I love Taron, so I was expecting Icon to be similar, like very good, not as fast paced. I was expecting to love Valhalla, and then I thought like, oh, everything else is probably not going to be amazing. I was wrong. Like the park, every single aspect of the park really blew me away. Yeah, like they've got some fantastic dark rides. The way that all the old stuff is so well preserved and modernized, it really astounded me. And I think everyone in the group agreed as well. I just seen that picture of Infusion.
You just take photos of the TV screen.
You what? Sorry.
Did you pay for any photos, or did you just take photos of the TV screen?
Well, we got the digital photo pass, but the guy couldn't get it onto my phone, so he was like, "I'll just take a photo." I was like, "Okay."
Oh, cool.
But on the first day, we had like this. We managed to download it, but they had a watermark on them. So my friend found this website to get like the watermark off. So we sort of did that.
Oh,
yeah, little trick.
Yeah, it's a good trick.
But yeah, I just seen that picture of Infusion. That was awful. I will never be going on that again.
I don't mind it. It's painful, but I just like the fact it's over water because it's just a, off the shelf model.
That's the one thing that's good.
What do you think about Enzo? Just because Coaster with the Jones have put that's their favourite UK coaster while Nemi's down. But...
So we were umming and ahhing about doing it, and it got to the last hour of the day on our second day, and I just got it in my head that I wanted to do it. So we were like, "Oh, let's do it. Oh, it's 15 quid. It's a lot, but I'm probably not going to be here for about a year or more." So we did it. We saw it off ride. It was like, "Oh, it's not going to be amazing." Got on it, and before Icon, I enjoyed it as a ride, but I didn't think it was like UK #1. But when we did Enzo, I was just completely blown away. Like I was not expecting. You what, sorry?
Did you get a lot of spin then?
Some places we did. So we span on the first launch, and we managed to go backwards over the top hat. And Harry said to me, it was almost as if a demon was like pulling us down. It was like very forceful. And then we went backwards through the inversion. It wasn't constant spinning, but for some reason it just hit all of the elements perfectly. So the bits where you're twisting and stuff, it was almost as if we were like rocking back and forward, and that was like a standout moment for me. So yeah, not a lot of spinning, but I think just the way that you're facing different ways through a lot of the elements is just like one cut above. It felt like a really, really premium experience. And I think I'm excited to ride Right Happiness after that. 100%. Yeah.
MA Travels are just complimenting you on your park maps in the background.
Don't. So I wasn't sure what my background was going to be tonight, and it got to about 22, and I was saying to Harry like, "Oh my god, what do I do?" And we just managed to do this.
Be perfectionist with that kind of thing.
We managed to do this in like the space of 20 minutes. I was like, "Oh, I've got to make it look cool, otherwise it's going to be."
Oh, so the maps weren't on the wall before.
Some of them were, but not all of them. That was probably about like 4 or 5, and then I was like, "All right, we're gonna make this."
I just said to everyone in the chat, there's some new people in the chat because I kind of have regular viewers as well. Just go and check everyone out at some point and share the subs and stuff. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I'll do. Right? I'll tell you what I do. If we get, because he should already be there. If we get Coaster with Mwah to 100 subs by midnight between Saturday and Sunday, I'll do a giveaway on next week's show.
Yes.
Ooh.
So get people to sub it, and then I'll do a giveaway on Instagram next week's show.
Yes,
so we'll hopefully get him there.
Yes, mate.
Because I also want to say this is one of the photos, but there are quite a few photos you've taken with this group of friends you do the parks with, where it look. I've said to you about one of the other photos I think I've got later on. It looks like you're about to drop like the biggest selling album of the year.
Yeah, it's like hottest collab of the year.
So
we got a hashtag going. We'll get the hashtag.
Yeah.
Hashtag road to 100.
I don't know if it's the same now because it was a little while ago we got to 100 subs, but our only target when we joined YouTube was to get to 100 subs so we get our own YouTube URL before it was taken. That was our only target.
We started off as like a hobby, and then
I don't know if you still have to get to 100 to make your own YouTube
further,
address.
It's wonderful, but
oh, what you mean like an email address kind of thing? Is that what you mean?
No, I mean like so it's youtube.com/love to explore.
Okay.
I don't know if you still have to have 100 subs for that now, but I noticed you haven't got your name in the address at the moment.
Okay, no, I'm not 100% sure, but
I know when we started with YouTube, it had to be 100 subs to. Do you think they could ever get rid of the big one?
I don't know, because I think I found out that the Big Dipper and the Grand National are listed. I don't know if it's the same with the
listed
big
on.
one. I think I heard it through the grapevine, but I don't want to start any fake theme park news kind of. But yeah, I don't know. I thought the first drop was amazing, but past that, it was.
That's exactly what I said the first time I rode it many years ago because I'm old.
Yeah.
I turned to a friend of mine, Steve, And I said, this is like a monorail. Like, after the first drop, we're like, this feels like transport. It felt like a theme park transport ride rather than... I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially like that first hill when you think you're going to get some airtime and then it just like pops over. It's like, okay. You turn around, it's like, nice
It
little
might have been
scenic
that
view,
demon
really.
again, keeping
So,
you in your
like,
chair.
was that, sorry?
It might have been that demon again, keeping you in your chair. No airtime to you.
But yeah, one thing I did like about it was the tunnels and the head choppers. Like, I don't know how big the clearances are, but they felt very, very short. Like every single tunnel, I was like, oh my god. Probably was safe, but it felt very intense when I was on the ride. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I went on the big one like over 12 years ago or so, probably over than that now. And I remember like, oh my gosh, hands down, get the hands down. And that's all I remember. It's like, I get my hands, oh no, I can't. And that's all I remember mostly of it. But that and getting the nice view at the top of the lift hill.
I don't know if Andy from Customer Joneses is joking when he says
Big
part of the
listed.
skyline, so it is listed, the big one.
Oh.
But this is another great photo. What was it like? Did you have people heckling you and stuff? I remember you talked to me about some of these photos you took.
Oh yeah, so it was this one. There was just like a group of teenagers who was sort of shouting, "Oh, you guys are cool," and like being like, "Oh," like kind of taking the mickey of it. And it was like, whatever. Huh?
You took the photo.
It was just like another, like a passerby kind of thing. We were just, oh, can you take a photo?
But it looked really cool. It looks like it's an album cover for a band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about more about Pleasure Beach, or are we ready for Attractions Source events?
I did have an earlier message actually. If we're talking about Chessington from Coasting with the Joneses, if I can just scroll back a second, that they were saying that they went to the same event.
Yeah.
And that they said that obviously Darcy, they said, but didn't get the chance to speak to you, Ollie. So Darcy was one of the winners of the Vampire Wheel.
Yeah, I remember. That was like so sweet.
I was going to ask you what your entry was.
They were at that event too.
Because for people that don't know, you had to wrong answers only come up with what B&M stood for and match what the guy had on the paper.
Yeah.
What did you come up with? Did you come up with a few?
To be honest, I couldn't actually hear the guy when he asked the question.
Did you hear when he was doing the talk?
But yeah, I heard like most of it, but I kind of got the gist of it because my friend said home bargains, my friend Jordan. So I was like, wait, is it a wrong answer? Because originally I was like, oh, it's Bollinger and Mabillard. And then everyone was like, and then someone was like, oh no, that's wrong. I was like, what? But yeah.
At least saying you're a top comedian in the chat there.
Oh, thank you.
Bless. So I was imagining when you said you couldn't hear him that you turned to your friend and go, who's this guy? I'm waiting for the techie to come on and tell us.
Yeah, it was a nice. He was a nice guy. We sort of spoke to him, asked a couple questions as well, and we got to see the like electrical cupboard that the launches are powered by.
Is that the one you weren't allowed to step inside, but you could walk up to the door?
Yeah. You weren't allowed to like take pictures either. But it was weird because you think it would be some big theatrical, dramatic thing, but it's literally just like cupboards, electrical cupboards. Yeah, basically. Yeah, like almost like a changing room, that kind of vibe.
I don't know. Does this count as a drop in the best album of the year photo? It still looks like they've got them all in front of an iconic. I think that should be. I don't know if I don't think it already is. I think that should be a regular thing in your vlogs.
Yeah.
Like which one would be the best album cover?
Well, he just does an album. There we go. Even better.
You're quite good posers, actually. This is why I did the whole catwalk thing, isn't it?
I like the photos from this when you're down that side bit. Because
that was very
showing
cool.
coming off the ride, it looked just like a toy, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's what you mean, like the statue?
No, I mean the actual track.
Oh, the track.
Oh yeah, I can
see that.
It's got a bit of like plastic shine to it.
Yeah, I mean it was so cool getting behind there. Like we saw there were some people on the ride and like they sort of looked over to us like, what are you guys doing there?
I love Tilly here. She's been such a good supporter. She's, when will you be releasing your debut album, Mwah? What would it be called?
I've got a suggestion. When he gets to 99 subs, he goes, I've got 99 subs now, I just need one. And then someone gives him another sub and it drops
the album. It's coming. It's coming. Close season. I'll do an album.
What's your overall opinion now it's settled down and it's not like the first day you're there? What's your overall opinion of Jumanji area in total?
I really like it. Like, I think it's unlike anything that we have in the UK, and it's great to see that at a Merlin park because I don't know, in previous years, especially like before COVID, there wasn't really a lot of new investments like anywhere apart from like the Wicker Man. But yeah, I think it's really amazing. It's cool how the coaster goes around the whole area. I think it's been because that was it. So like towards the end of the day on opening day when I was there, like the public opening day, you know, there was people like running over all of the plants and stuff, and I was thinking like, oh no, in a few months this is going to look quite bad. But they've actually like upkept it so well, and everything still looks brand new. And yeah, like they've just everything's been thought about. Like there's even a food bit there. There's a, you know, you got all your machines like for drinks. You've got your bins. You've got photo opportunities. A little playground, like 2 flat rides.
You quickly went over the flat rides then.
You're sorry?
2 flat rides. You went over those so quick.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of flat rides?
I don't think he's a fan of those 2 specifically.
No. Let's just say that. See, some of them I can handle, but I always come off just feeling really sick, and it's always from like the most pathetic ones as well. Like the 2 in Jumanji, they go like 10 foot off the floor, and I come off feeling so sick.
Yeah, oh bless you.
Yeah.
2 questions. One question is, do you think it's a double-edged sword that they put a boomerang in there for capacity and throughput? And after that, can you just answer? I think I've asked this before of people, but do you think the 2 flat rides in that area are just retro squad if it was themed to the actual area?
So when it first opened, I thought that they should have built 2 coasters and sort of have them dueling. And I still think that's something they should think about. They're obviously not, they might not listen to me, but yeah, that's what I sort of thought, because the capacity is quite bad. But I don't know, on opening day we got on it 8 times, but it was like a random Monday, so it wasn't too busy. And then when we went back for the Attraction Source event, like we got on it for ERT, but apart from that, we found it so hard to get on like the virtual queue and stuff. Like I don't think we did. And even when I went back more recently with a couple of friends, we only got on the virtual queue twice, and it was from someone's phone. Like one specific person, like the other 2 of us couldn't get on it at all. Wow. So I think it's a shame, because I've heard horror stories about people going and not being able to get on the ride, and especially when it's like a brand new attraction that people are going to be traveling specifically for that ride. It is like, I haven't experienced it myself, but if I was doing that, wanting to get on it and didn't, I would be very disappointed.
I think my greatest fear is because I've got an old phone. I'm just like, I've got a feeling that I won't be able to get on it to then get to the virtual queue by the time we get down there. It's a long way to travel for us too. So, but yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm glad you got on it.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Do you want to talk about the genesis for the idea of the vampire catwalk? I don't think I've got a photo of it here, but you saw it in the highlights package.
No.
I love that picture. So what's the question?
Where did the idea come from for the catwalk before you went on the vampire ERT? And then did you want to tell us a bit about the ERT as well?
So I don't know. I was just thinking like, I don't know. I just sort of thought, it'd be funny if we sort of did like a bit of something for like TikTok or something, where we're all like, you know, walking down the catwalk, like, just seeing the crossover between the 2 pictures. You know, going down to the ERT, like us, like I don't know, us walking to the vampire, like. And then I was just thinking about, you know, stuff like RuPaul's Drag Race or, you know, Next Top Model. I was just thinking like, it'd be so funny if we sort of brought that into the theme park world. Yeah. Very random. I love crossovers like that. But
I like if anyone ever watches that video back, there's a guy in the background. I'm sure he does YouTube as well, and he's stood against that fence, and I'm wondering what he's thinking as he's seeing you guys come past, and always like, no pictures, please.
Someone tagged him in Kate's TikTok. I think
bless.
Anyway, yeah.
Question.
Days of Adventure said there's dueling coasters at Legoland. And
I think they are
then
building one, yeah.
Voided Flower to around. Hey, sorry, Heydo's Adventures as well, by the way. And then Voided Flower says, "Hi Ollie, which parks have got some of the best grounds? Asking for those of us who prefer plants over drops."
So, that's a hard one. I mean, definitely Alton Towers, because like the whole mainly all of
you
it
can
is.
walk on, because I don't know if she's or he is asking like the best ground, because obviously if you're not very abled, Alton Towers is probably going to be quite.
I'm going to say it's quite hilly
Yeah.
for Alton Towers, but if you
Especially
want more
as like the Sky
flat,
Ride's been closed recently.
So yeah, but if you want more of a flat, I don't know actually, more of a flatter one.
So how much time did you get on your Vampire ERT?
It was 45 minutes.
Seems about.
So I sort of went in thinking, oh, that's kind of short, but it didn't feel short at all. And we got like so many rides. Like I thought, oh, we'll get about 3 rides, and then got about 7. So I was very happy with that.
Didn't you only have you had just enough people in your group that there wasn't a low enough amount to get a whole train, so some people had to get off each time?
Yeah, basically. And yeah, sort of had to like switch seats every now and then. Like if there was someone in your row, you had to get off and then go back on. But there was always like empty seats on each train kind of thing. I think people were just waiting for specific rows. Like the front row had a bit of a queue and the back row. But most of the time you could just like get off and get on the same, like not the same row, but a different row kind of thing. Especially like if you're on the train, there wasn't many people waiting for like the middle rows. So you could just stay on if you like that. So yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about Port Aventura in a bit, but I know the chat's going to erupt because I'm gonna do these 2 semi-finals, and you can we're gonna flick back to these shirts, and you can decide which 2 should be in the final.
Yeah.
So the first semi-final.
I was going to say, in case anyone didn't see it before. So
okay, I'll get the.
Sorry, go on then.
It's Attractions. If you saw Attractions Ultimatum, it was a lot longer series than what we're fitting in tonight, but I thought we'd have some fun.
Yeah.
We talked about the best defunct UK rides. So if you haven't seen that, go back and look at. There's a playlist on my channel.
So for those
it's
that
very
not
good. You should check it out.
We had a panel of people. I think Ollie's going to be on the second series. We're trying to see what his fee would be. We'll see what his fee will be.
My tongue.
So we've got Ice Cream versus Godzilla. You can have a little think about it. You don't have to jump into it. We can look at the comments.
Oh my gosh, guys, choose as well in the chat.
Which
one would you go?
Which shirt should go to the final?
Yeah, let me know in the chat.
I think they're on like 10-second delay on the chat.
We'll bring more back.
What are you thinking? I don't know if they've got prices on
2
there.
people have put ice cream.
Does anyone want
with the Joneses? Jade, is it Jade Twizzy? We'd say Jade Twizzy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, bless him. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong last time. I was like, Jade Twizzy.
That's a little nickname we have for her.
Why did Flowers say Godzilla?
Oh, Godzilla.
See, it depends. I can see the ice cream being a laugh. And when I first got these images,
chubby ice cream.
I thought the ice cream one was my favourite. But now seeing the Godzilla one, I can see wearing that and it being quite nice. It's up to Ollie which one he wants to see in the final.
Well, I've had a long think, and I think I would go for the Godzilla one. I know that's very controversial. Everyone's saying ice cream, but I don't know. I just like the reds.
Oh, it's the same. Yeah, I thought I'd say ice cream straight away, but.
So yeah, I'd go Godzilla because I think on the other side I want it to be Mothra.
So I think it's going to kick off in the chat. Cool. But the other semi-final is Barbie versus Stormtrooper.
Oh my gosh!
Don't rush into this one.
I'm just going to read what people have put in.
I can't remember where I got these photos from. It was some random shop.
Ghosting with the Joneses says, "I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't actually wear the ice cream one."
Yeah, I can't eat most of the ice creams either.
I'm sorry, that's so cruel of me laughing, but
I'm sure he can't be lactose intolerant. He bought all those milkshakes from that farm.
That's what I'm thinking.
He bought the blue milk from Star Wars. Yeah, he's making a joke. Yeah. People saying Barbie. One person says Stormtrooper. I know which one I prefer, but I'm not going to swing
I quite like Stormtrooper, but if you wanted to wear something,
if you like cinema.
Someone asked earlier on in the chat as well, whereabouts are these shirts from, dear?
Yeah. I'm going to have to see where I got them from because I got the idea because it was a random advertisement when I was scrolling down Facebook, and then I thought, Ollie wears Hawaiian shirts. Let's do Attractions Ultimatum and change it.
EMP Rock do some quite decent Hawaiian shirts at the moment.
I'll find out where it is. I'll try and find out where it is.
Definitely that one because I get some of my clothes from there.
But it's up to Ollie at the end. People can try and sway his vote, but Ollie's the man. He's got
for this one, I feel like I'm on the X Factor now. There's a bit of build up. Who's going to win? I think I'd definitely go for the Barbie one. I know it's another controversial pick in the chat.
I quite like the Stormtrooper one. I would have said Stormtrooper.
Excuse me.
I think because I'm not a big Star Wars person, if I'm honest, but
I like the style of it, really. Did you know the guy who invented the Stormtrooper kept the rights to the Stormtrooper?
Really?
Yeah, that's why. And then he sold it to those people that make Stormtrooper beer. But that's just a little added fact. No one.
They made a Barbie shirt. Why isn't there an
Oppenheimer one blew up. Inside joke if you've seen the film. Oppenheimer one blew up.
I'm going to see Barbie tomorrow, but I think I'm going to go see Oppenheimer next week if I get the chance.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell us about Port Aventura World now? It's called World. It wasn't called World last time I went.
Yeah, so we had a really, really good time there. Everything is so well themed. Like the facades are fantastic. There's such an amazing selection of rides. And yeah, like all the food is amazing. All the staff were lovely. It's a really good theme park in terms of theming, although it does have a lot of issues. Yeah, which I'll go into in a bit. But yeah, I want my positives.
Uncharted,
like, so many
was
good
that
rides.
positive, or
What was that, sorry?
is the Uncharted one a positive, or was it not a good ride?
Yeah, definitely. The first ride I went on it, I was a bit let down because it's very short. There's not much going on actually on the ride. It's very screen based. The queue, however, is like fantastic, and the facade, and there's like animatronics, and there's like smell pods. There's like a little pre-show when mist comes over, and that's just in one of the queues. But yeah, first ride I was very underwhelmed. Second ride, however, I don't know, for some reason it just hit different, and I was noticing more things and like got to grips with the story a lot more. Like, I think the main issue for me was like Uncharted in the Far West land doesn't really make a lot of sense. But then I think after every ride, we sort of were actually looking at what they were doing in the pre-shows and that, and we were thinking, because obviously it was all in Spanish and we don't speak Spanish, so it was one of those things where we sort of had to bit by bit piece it all together, which was actually, it made it quite fun. And we had like ERT as well on it because we were staying at one of the hotels that had the ERT. So luckily we didn't have to wait for too long, and we just had back-to-back rides. But towards the end of it, I think it's a great attraction. But there's just a couple bits where you're in complete darkness and you can see like the supports and stuff, and it does take you out of it. But overall, it's a really good attraction.
I'll agree with Dave's Adventures. He puts European parks do amazing theming.
Have you?
I've not actually been personally, but I think the detail is just like.
Had you played the games or seen the film?
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of the games. Like, played them all growing up, and yeah, just really, really loved it. I thought they were all so different, and being in the third person, going through all of these worlds and fighting all these monsters, and like the stories are amazing as well.
Can you imagine having a world without Google though, Harry? That's all I'm going to say, because wow. It blows my mind, seriously. It does help a lot.
Well, we're gonna have a world without Twitter soon, hopefully.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, sorry, I just thought I'm digressing a bit, Ollie. I was like, oh yes, I quite agree on that one. But yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got the film was a bit pants, but can't wait to ride.
Adam and Craig are going in later this year.
Oh. It's so good to see it come on the live chat as well.
No, I haven't played Lost Legacy yet. I've got
Lost Legacy, says Dave's Adventures as well.
I still think the second one's the best game. I don't know if anyone in the chat who's played the game is going to disagree with me, but Uncharted 2 is the best one.
Look at Ollie's.
I like the third one.
I don't know. I'm assuming this was in Port Aventura.
Yeah, this was, funnily enough, this was the last ever ride of the trip. We decided to just hop on before going down to the parade. But yeah, it's just really fun. Like, we wanted to do this carousel the whole time because we walked through and it was all lit up, and it was like such a classic carousel, so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
What's your carousel count?
Let's just go on. What was that, sorry?
What's your carousel count?
Carousel? Oh my god.
Don't count them. That's fine.
Yeah, off the top of my head, probably about 5, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Tilly says you should do a sunglasses edition of Attractions Ultimatum with Ollie next. Making these picks too.
Well, that might be a thing.
Nice.
But if you like Attractions Ultimatum, there is a series on my channel where we talked about, we had Trek and Taylors on, and Daryl the Banana Man and Thrill Wave. We had a panel on, and
Daryl does
each week they had a vote. And spoiler alert: in one of the quarterfinals, I'm quickly going to say, do you remember Pirate Adventure lost to Slammer, which can't believe that, but. Let's get back to PA. That's better times.
Just to go back,
Ferrariland.
Adam and Craig do stuff. Say that Adam plays the game too. Plays the games. That's
Anyone
cool.
who plays the games, tell me which one of the 5. We include Lost Legacy, but I think the second one's the best. What do you think's the best Uncharted game, Ollie?
I'd probably have to go with the third one, if I'm honest. Drake's Deception.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just, I don't know, it just kind of brought it all together. It was years ago since I played them, so I don't remember properly, but I just remember there being so many twists and turns and so many, deceptions. And I think there was this one scene.
You feel like you described the ride there.
Yeah.
Twists and turns, but then there was Deception where you could see the supports and you were a bit let down.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's very, very reminiscent to the games.
So how much of an upcharge is it to get into Ferrariland?
So it's usually 20 euro, but because we were staying on site, we had like one day there for free.
Do you still have to walk through the main park to get there, or does it have a separate?
So it has a separate entrance at the front of the park. Yeah. So like if you're walking up, you turn right and it's there, and then you got the main park on the straight ahead.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's quite close. It's quite close to what you think.
So I don't want to get the name of this wrong now.
Okay.
That coaster is called Red Force, isn't it?
Yeah, Red Force.
Yeah, okay.
Red Force,
Every time I say that,
okay.
I think I'm saying the name of the Red Arrows Sky Force at Blackpool. I try not to get them mixed up.
Yeah, we go that, and then I go Stone Force, and I'm like, wait a minute, let's just.
So, what did you think about this ride? Did this change from your first ride to riding it again? Did your opinion of it change, or?
So, I think. So you guys have been on Stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with Stealth, you sort of the launch is so fast, and like your head goes back straight away.
Yeah.
And you get so much airtime on the top hat. Whereas Red Force, it's taller, it's faster, but the launch takes so slow to get up to the speed. I think it's like a good 5-6 seconds.
Oh, it's more gradual.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's better in some ways. I think I prefer the launch on Stealth. So you get up to the top and you get a tiny bit of airtime going onto the top hat. And then you get like a couple seconds whilst you're on the top to sort of look around, and you've got the sea to the right. You've got all of the main park on your left. And it's just a fantastic. And we went on there like kind of sunset time, and it's just fantastic to have a look around. Before then, it's like, oh my God, going down again. And it's huge, huge, huge. I think it's like nearly 400 foot, something like 360 foot, I think. So I definitely think it's the best kind of launch, not the best launch coaster I've been on, but the best launch style that, just does the big top hat kind of thing. Just because of those views, if I'm honest.
And Craig agreeing with you on that one, because they've just said like the force really lacks the initial punch to get from hydraulics, but the view though. And I was just going to say, is it worth it for the view?
Yeah, definitely. But it was so nice because we got in the queue, and for some reason I heard someone say, "Oh, excuse me, you coasters with Mwah," and I thought Harry was having a joke at me. And all of a sudden I look up and got the Bears Escape standing there. I was like, "Oh my God, hello!" So we did a ride together with them.
Did you do your little thing from the catwalk where you went, "No pictures, please"?
No, I was almost like. I was very starstruck, to be honest, because like I watched their channel, I'm a fan of them, and they were like, "Oh, you coasters and Mars." Oh my God.
Yeah, they're cool.
But yeah, so we shared a ride with them, so that was really nice as well. And then we did 2 more sunset rides, and we get off the last train, and we bumped into Theme Park Worldwide.
Did he say as well? Did he say you coasters with Mwah?
No, he did not, sadly.
No.
But
That's amazing.
But yeah, so
you should have walked up to him and said, "Got your phone out, going, can I have a photo?" And then give him the phone, and he takes a photo of you with someone else.
Yeah, get your album cover.
Herschel with the Joneses says, were the operations as bad as a lot of people have been reporting recently?
Yeah, they were. That was the one really big negative. They were like so bad. Like we had 7 days there, So we took everything very slowly. But I think the main problem is they prioritize the fast track. They oversell the fast track as well. And with the fast track, people were just walking straight up and getting straight on straight away, and it was everyone. So we were in the queue for one of the water rides. It said a 10-minute queue, and we were waiting for an hour and 10 minutes.
Ooh.
And throughout that whole time, we were checking the app, checking, we could even see a glimpse of one of the queue time board, and that time did not change throughout the whole wait. It still said 10 minutes. And there were so many aspects of that. Like with Shambhala, we were waiting. It said an hour, and we just got off the plane with no sleep at all. It said an hour, and we were like, okay, let's make this the first ride. It'd be fun. We were waiting for 3 hours, and it was the exact same, where there was no communication. It broke down twice, but there was no announcement.
Crikey.
And it was so hot in those queues that it was unbearable. And yeah. So, and then it was the same with like Dragon Con, Furious. Actually, no, Dragon Con had really good operations. I think because the capacity is big and it's not, it's constantly flowing. But for most, it was even for like some of the little rides. I don't know what was happening. And I think, I don't know what the staffing issue is like over there, because I know it's quite bad everywhere else, like with, finding staff and stuff. So I don't know if that's the issue, but there's definitely something going wrong over there. I don't know. I can't put my finger on what it is, but it's, I don't know.
Just seemed gave a bit of a
They
vibe.
tried to set up the bounce tower with the restraints to open when we last went. That
Really?
sounds like fantastic airtime.
That's quite bad.
What do you think about the skyline at Port Ventura?
Beautiful. Yeah. Really beautiful.
Would you say, as much as I don't think, well, personally, I don't, it's hard, it's weird I'm going to say something nice about it, but do you think Thorpe Park's got the best skyline in this country?
Yeah.
Because I'd probably say that, because when you just pan across, can't really do that at towers.
When you're driving past it, like you've got like the road on the left and the road on the right, you drive past it and you look to the left and it's like, oh my god, there's so many coasters there. And it's the same, like you rock up to the car park and left to right, you can see every single ride. Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. Yeah,
I quite like I'm used to my hills anyway, so I quite like my layers, but I still prefer towers when you're just sat at that bit at the top where the gardens are and the sky ride's coming over. You can hear all the noises and you've just got the layer upon layer of stuff going down in the valley, and it's really good.
Because for Joneses
definitely has the best skyline than
I didn't think of Blackpool Pleasure Beach. That could be argued.
Days Adventures, thank you for joining us, by the way. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave.
Take care. But yeah,
I didn't think about Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Yeah, you could argue that as well.
Yeah, it's also very cool, but I think with Thorpe you can definitely see like pretty much every single ride. Whereas at Blackpool, I think some of them are quite hidden, but it is really beautiful to see, like, because you can see it from anywhere you are in Blackpool.
What's
as long
the
as
best
you've got
ride
nothing
at Thorpe Park? Who's your favourite ride at Thorpe Park?
It's always changing, but for me at the moment, it's the Swarm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love Swarm.
Would you say it's because we don't have anything
Yes, please.
really like it in the UK other than that? I mean, you could argue Mandrill Mayhem, but it's not the same.
I don't know, really. I think... Because it used to be, for a while, my favorite was Stealth, and I think it was because I love when I'm going on a coaster, I love to be like terrified. I love to think like, oh my god, this is a bit too much here, like the proper adrenaline rush. Whereas I don't know, with the Swarm, lately I've just had a lot of good memories on it. So like Shrek from Wish.
Dave Twizzy, I think that's brilliant because I was just looking at the legs going, they're a bit gangly then. I don't know why. It's something about the legs.
I don't know. Well, I could probably look up on the internet anyway, but I'll ask Park Pulse because he's in the States. Is Shrek at the American parks as scary as that? Does he look proper?
Is scaring me.
It's like she's holding him back. He can enter your nightmares, but Fiona's just holding him back. Look. Don't do it.
It was such a random thing to have there because
his legs are so thin.
Yeah, there wasn't.
He's chunky.
Yeah, When we talk about
The
Swarm,
donkey.
Yeah, Swarm.
it was I don't know, like, so my friend Jordan J Twizzy in the chat, he used to hate roller coasters, and I was able to get him to overcome his fear at Thorpe Park, and he managed to get on Nemesis Inferno and the Swarm.
Oh, he went on
And
Swarm.
Yeah,
That's quite
yeah.
impressive.
And he ended up loving it, and we ended up like having 7 back-to-back goes on it right at the end of the day. And then it was the same with Harry when we went for the Ghost Train opening day. It wasn't a good day, but we did our last ride on Swarm, and they did the same thing. They sent us around like 3 times, and then I like went on it with my mum at Fright Nights, and we had some really cool night rides. I don't know. It's just like it's one of those coasters where I've had a lot of good memories on it.
What was the Ghost Train like?
I wasn't a fan, if I'm honest. It was an interesting concept, but it just felt like it was lacking a lot of things. And unfortunately, our run through was ruined by a lot of things that was out of
Teenagers.
Yeah, like
Right, I'm actually right. That was just like a joke. Yes.
no, not teenagers as such, but like there was people trying to film, and there was
Really?
people like talking the whole time, and there was someone in the gift shops. Do you know about the gift shop scene? Did you go on the
I
Dan
assume
Brown?
it's like the old Ghost Train where they had a fake.
Yeah.
gift.
So we had someone kicking off that they'd waited for so long, and it was
Oh,
a
I saw
bad
something on the internet
attraction.
yesterday. Apparently, it doesn't always run the gift shop scene.
Oh, really?
If someone was putting online.
Yeah,
That's when
but
I
someone
first realised
was.
they still had the gift shop scene. Someone just put it on the Merlin annual pass group.
Tilly's asking a question. What coasters at Thorpe would you recommend for beginners?
I think Jay
Someone's
Twizzy's got
actually, Jay Twizzy's put Flying Fish.
Yeah, flying fish. Yeah, definitely.
I'd probably
Flying Fish.
recommend. Well, any really. Once you're strapped in, you can't get out. So
Yeah, exactly.
you know
Yeah,
you're
get
gonna
on
have to go
stealth.
through it, and then you'll want to ride them after that.
Yeah, get on stealth. So they're probably the best ones for beginners.
Yeah, I think Swarm's good for like
Did you want to give
Yeah.
a big shout
Flying
out
Fish,
to?
but that's just probably me.
This is
did we
comfy
talk
as
about
well.
Oakwood? Did you want to give a shout out to the 2 people we went with?
Yeah, so shout out to All About the Lift Hills. Great channel, lovely people.
Have they done lift
Yeah,
hill?
they what was that? Sorry,
They done any lift hill walks on that channel?
I don't think so, but it's
That's really
definitely
cool with a
something
name like that.
that
you
they
can go,
should
we've
do.
Lift hill walk this one, and that'd be cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely something they should do. I definitely suggest it.
So
But
what
yeah,
did you
it's
think?
their local
Megaphobia?
park. They sort of showed me round, and yeah.
How was
What was that,
Megaphobia
sorry?
then? Your Megaphobia experience from seeing it to riding
Yeah,
it. How was it?
it was amazing. Like honestly, like so the first ride we had on it, I was very let down. Like there was hardly any airtime, and it just didn't really feel amazing. But Lauren was like, "Oh, it hasn't warmed up yet." So I was like, "Okay, yeah, I trust you." And then we went on it like 3 hours later, and it was a completely different ride. Like,
It is.
yeah,
Later on in the day, it totally is. And it's just
yeah.
so much smoother, doesn't it?
And
Like, it's one of my
we, like,
favourite wooden coasters because I love wooden coasters. But yeah.
oh, amazing. Yeah,
So,
like back row was really, really good. And it's definitely, for me, it's the best wooden coaster I've ever done. 100%.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's a good coaster. I like the first drop. I like how it looks from
First drop.
the pedalos and stuff.
Yeah.
The only, well, I don't think it's as good as some other coasters, but the main thing I always remember is we went on it quite a few times when we went.
We
But
did.
the first,
got it
as soon as it
several
goes down
times.
that drop, spoiler alert for anyone who's not been on it, it goes over, and the majority of the coaster is just in an open field, and I didn't expect that. I expected it to go through trees and stuff. And I'm like, I'm looking around, and I'm like, this looks like someone's built a really good coaster in the backyard. I mean, it was a good coaster, but I just expect it to be going through trees and all sorts. A bit like if the Ultimate was good, you know.
And
But
if
it was-
It almost looks like it's in a quarry almost. It's very cool.
Yeah.
And if Attractions is when you have the 12-hour park days just before it shuts, then it's incredible.
really warmed up by
Oh
then.
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know they did that. So
No.
Wicker Man. Yeah, they do
Yeah.
firework
Wicker
events
Man,
and the
yeah.
events where you throw like powder paint at each other.
Mm.
I've seen
Oh,
a couple of
okay.
those.
Yeah, Breaking Trails
Yeah,
did
he
one
did that.
actually. Of
And he
a
got totally
festival.
covered and he had his camera out and everything.
Yeah. Bring a fair change of clothes though, obviously. But, no,
Is that your
it's-
favourite Wardley roller coaster, or would you still prefer Nemesis?
Yeah. Yeah, easily. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I actually have a factoid here about megaphobia.
Yeah.
There's a company not far from us actually that
did they
actually
build parts
made.
for it? Yeah.
No, they made the carriages. At the front of the carriages for megaphobia.
Yeah, there's a place really close to us that does parts for rides.
So they actually made the carriages, the aesthetics of them, and then obviously shipped them over to Oakwood.
That's cool.
Not that I know that, but it's just random. I was like, oh my gosh, you know. So it's not far. It's like 5 minutes.
I do like the first drop, but I have got one more photo because oh god, I think it was you said Speed was your favourite Gerstlauer in the country, didn't you?
Yeah.
I always joke that my favourite Gerstlauer in the country is Cobra at Portland Park. I think that's such a cool little coaster, and I always think that's the best.
Solid.
I've not
really
been to, I
good.
can't say.
We'll sort it out.
If you guys are ever in the area, let me know because I live about an hour away from Portland. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
I'm not coming as Peppa Pig though. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing.
So we'll have a bit of a chat about like some future stuff on your channel, but first we've got. Shall we do the final first, or do you want to do the little quiz we've got? Do you want to pick the final for the shirts? I think everyone's Nintendo hooked about that.
Yeah, let's do the final. I'm excited.
I'm just having a look at comments again. Excuse me, with my head being down at the minute. Haven't been to Polton since I was 8. J Twizzy. Has anyone seen the wooden nemesis eye that has appeared today? Very interesting.
Wooden nemesis eye.
Polton's had a nice skyline too.
So we've got the final, which is Godzilla or Barbie. You might want to give this some thought.
Yeah, this is
a lot of people are still annoyed that ice cream went out
in
this.
Gosh, Godzilla or Barbie.
I just thought, like, with the ice cream, I can't eat half of them because, you know.
I think Godzilla would be cool.
But yeah, I think I'd have to go for Godzilla. I think it's a really, really cool shirt.
I think it is.
Is that going to be your final answer?
I feel like I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Up to you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, Barbie's for the win. Barbie.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Godzilla. Yeah.
I probably would have gone with Stormtrooper myself. The Stormtrooper one was.
I think the two should be good. Maybe Barbzilla. I like that, J Twizzy. I love it.
It could be Barbzilla or it could be Godby. Did you want to have a go at our little quiz as well? We've got it's a quiz in a way. We do. Anyone who doesn't watch the channel before, we do a game show every now and then called Rollercoaster Rivals, which is live. We have 2 teams of 3, but one of the rounds is called Initial Ride, where I give you a cryptic clue and the initials for a ride name, and the answer is a ride name. I've only done 3 tonight, and I think they're quite easy. But the chat can get involved if you don't know them.
They're easy.
A Sad Inferno, BF.
A Sad Inferno.
It's the ride name, not necessarily in this country.
BF.
I do like the Barbie Trooper idea.
Wait, so BF is the initials of the ride?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not Buffalo. I'm just guessing because I don't know.
I want to say it's something flyer, maybe, or fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Okay, something.
Halfway there. You're halfway there.
Blubber.
Well, what's another way of saying sad?
Blubber.
Happy.
You're saying you look
blue.
Yeah.
Blue fire. Okay. Okay, I get it now. I get it. Okay.
My dog doesn't bite. H.
Harmless. I don't know. Anybody in the comments can have a go
Blue
as well.
J Twizzy.
J Twizzy, Blue Fire, awesome.
For somebody who didn't ride roller coasters, he knows a lot
might
about
give him
roller
a bit of
coasters.
time just for people's internet. But I think we are a little bit ahead here.
If I told you what park it was
J
in,
Twizzy's put help.
My dog doesn't bite.
My dog doesn't bite.
like finish the sentence, and it's like you can use the ride name to finish that sentence.
Calm.
No, he does.
He doesn't bite. Dog doesn't bite.
I'm going to give it away now, Ollie. Think Gleesburg.
Oh, Helix.
Yeah, he doesn't bite. He licks.
Oh my gosh! Did anyone get that?
I don't
at
think anyone got
all?
it. No,
That one was.
that was good though.
That's good.
Yeah,
That was like joke of the week.
We had a similar one on one of the Rollercoaster Rivals episodes where it was I couldn't hear it, but and it was Saw the Ride. And that was quite good, wasn't it?
Oh, thanks, Harry, as well for that compliment. That's nice. Oh my
Twister
God,
Bird, HC. Dad joke time, yeah.
Something canary.
Birds. Oh God.
Something canary.
Another name for a twister.
A hurricane.
Sort of, yeah, similar.
Hurricane Condor.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could have had more time, but I didn't have.
Oh, I loved Hurricane Condor.
I'm just quite glad
So
I'm getting
fun.
like half the answer
Did you-
here. He does them all. I don't know.
I'll
the
let
answers
people
go.
ask questions if they want to ask questions. But did you want to tell us? Are you allowed to tell us any future things coming up on your channel?
Yeah, of course. So I'm currently trying to get all the Port Aventura footage done. So that'll be soon. We're going to be doing a 2-parter Port Aventura vlog, and then we've got a Ferrari Land vlog coming out as well. And then we've also got a hotel tour / review. And then I've also got the Blackpool Pleasure Beach stuff coming up as well.
Nice.
And then apart from that, sadly, I do not have any more trips planned. So
He says, apart from that, like we're not going to get.
I know it's too much at the moment. I got to edit.
Never know. Might plan a trip to Polton's, or
Yeah.
just have to get in touch with us, and then we'll arrange a date or something to meet up.
I love Portland. It's so fun. Like,
And,
honestly.
I'm going to just quickly plug this.
Oh,
Next
okay.
week, we've got Hayley and Emma from House of Holes, which is an indoor
Yes.
adventure golf place in Derby, which is an adult one. So if you've got kids, don't let them watch this.
Yeah, please, if you've got little ones, censored, please.
But it's an big indoor adventure golf, and the holes are kind of like themed around this more adult themes. So that the conversation is going to go that way.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
Tilly's looking
Okay.
forward to the content you've got.
Yay!
Coming up.
I am as well.
Oh yeah, sorry. Jay Twizzy just put in the chat Plopsaland. By so the plan is I kind of want to try and get Ride to Happiness as my 100th cred. So I'm trying to work towards that. So that'll be coming up soon.
How many have you got at the moment?
At the moment I'm on 92.
Oh,
Annoyingly, Grand National Avalanche were closed, and then I didn't get the third rail of Steeplechase because it was actually really painful, and I was like, I'll combo myself through that again. So I'm a bit further away than I wanted to be, but I'm getting there.
oh.
Yeah.
Harry's excited for the vlogs.
I'm
He's going to be
quite
in most of them,
excited
isn't he?
Yeah. He probably gets fed up of me just like in the room, like editing the vlogs.
And I don't know if I want to plug anything on my own. If you're new to the show, watch it on Thursdays. We have a laugh. We have quizzes and stuff.
We do.
I'm not going to plug any of my other stuff. You can watch my vlogs if you want. We travel. We've done a lot of traveling lately.
We have done a lot of traveling, and it's
Did a
been
cool
really,
Maze in the
really
Rain.
excited as well. So if you want to check out our vlogs, obviously they're all in different sections. Just go and have a look. Sometimes
really like
I
your
will post
vlogs.
it on my stories, but then obviously if you look more at Love to Whoa Explore on Instagram, Michael post. I know, sorry, I got whoa. Obviously it'll be all on there. It'll be more up to date. And there is the photography challenge. Obviously July it's water. And then the one for next month in August is going to be sky. So any interpretation of what you think sky would be, just take a photo and just tag us in it. And yeah, or you could tag me in it as well, Stacey_L2E.
Yeah, everyone just watch our show every Thursday. We have this. It's like this basically. We have quizzes
Yeah,
and things.
and it's
But
just wonderful. Getting to know other people
it's a really
and
good
find out more
podcast.
about them. Yeah,
I was going to plug something else, but I
Sorry,
can't remember
go
what it was.
we keep
But
jumping.
I
on.
appreciate Luke saying it's a great episode. Yeah, it's been got vlogs coming up.
But
And
yeah,
stuff.
thank you, Ollie, for coming on. It's been
Thank you for
awesome.
having me. This has been like a real boost. I'm glad that I'm just really glad to be on.
I'm glad you approve of the
Do you
Hawaiian
know?
shirt.
Do you know?
All Mike's idea. So
Go and check out everyone
doing it
else
all.
in the chat if you've not followed their channels as well. It's good to
Yeah,
follow stuff.
I will do.
So have you do you know a catchphrase?
I do, yeah. I do. We'll see you in the rear view, but for now, we're gone.
Yeah.